Okay, last couple of little tips. It's just about how to use your graphs in Microsoft Words and or a Google Doc. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. The advantage of using Microsoft Word is you can number your pictures and caption them automatically and reorder them, and the numbers will change. In a Google Doc, you can link back to your original data, so if it changes, you can update your graph without having to copy and paste a new one in. So I'm going to show you the Microsoft Word one first. Click on a graph that you've made, go to the menu here, copy chart, and go to your Word document. This is just, imagine this is you writing blah, blah, blah. Paste in there. It's just paste as a picture. It's a good idea to put a border on it, just so it's a nice clear thing. Make it big enough to read. Don't make it like tiny little graphs that are too hard to read. Just put one, the width of the page. Now on here, if you right click the picture, there's this command here, insert caption, and you can type in a caption. You'll see it has a label, and you can change that if you want. You can write a new one, but figure one is fine. So figure one, and this will be, I don't know, that's whatever you want to call it, but it should relate to the question or the title. And the thing with that is, if you put a new one in front of that one and do the same thing, insert a caption, this will change to figure two, and the new one in front of it will change to figure one. And the reason you put a caption on it is so that when you're analyzing the data, you can refer to it. For example, in figure one, all of the Gen Z, baby boomers said they didn't associate with that religion anymore. Now, let's have a look at, so you refer to the figure, you explicitly refer to it when you're writing about the data. If you want to do this in a Google Doc, you can't do it that way. You have to manually put the numbers in. But there's other advantages to using a Google Doc. So here's our graph again. We copy it. If we go to a Google Doc where we've been writing some blah, 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 and paste in there, it will ask you to link to the spreadsheet, which is a good idea. When you paste it, you've got your graph. However, the difference is, if I say if you got some new responses to your questionnaire data, say some baby boomers said they were still religious, and two more people said from the baby boomers said they were. Type that. Imagine that's the number going into the form from your questionnaire. The number goes in, and your graph changes. You don't have to copy and paste it again, because if you go in here, click on your graph in the Google Doc, click Update, and it will link back to the data. Also from here, you can click here and go Open Source, and it will open the spreadsheet, and you can edit the data in there or whatever, or reformat the graph or whatever, and it's linked. So that's quite handy, especially if you're still writing it and you've still got responses to your questionnaire coming in. The thing with captions is, though, for this one you would just have to write your own and do that bit manually. So you have to make that choice. But it is still a good idea to use a consistent system like figure, oops, figure one, religion, whatever, and just put a similar one for each one with the number them in order that they appear in the document. And you could center them so you can see the caption, but you would have to manually change them if you reorder them. Okay, so that's a few other tips.